And they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From the 6.
Another dollar, baby.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw taken in by Watkins here.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
So, Charles, this defense in for a tough matchup. What do you think the game plan is here tonight?
Well, I think the game plan is the same as most, which is, hey, pass rushers, do your job. Coverage guys, do your job. And the linebackers are going to be a mix. Sometimes they'll drop in coverage, sometimes they'll pressure the quarterback. But all in all, you never want to let that quarterback get a string of completions going, because if so, they're hard to deal with, and it makes for a long evening.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
They get Pro Bowl tackle Trent Williams for the infraction there.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
At the 40-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. To throw is Garoppolo.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Garoppolo now. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Garoppolo, able to shake him off. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Play action. Now Wentz. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From midfield, here's Wentz. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Colts.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. We're scoreless after 1. Now Wentz again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz.
And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Dulin.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. Out to the right and complete to Pittman.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal.
For the field goal, a 51-yard attempt.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Garoppolo. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The rookie from Michigan, Kwity Paye, paying first-year dividends with a takedown there.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
65.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, give Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Here's Smith to return it. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Here's Wentz to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here we go, here we go.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Let's go, defense.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. play action, it's Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They fake the give. Now Wentz. That ball caught by Campbell. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
DJ Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz.
And this one complete to Doolin.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. On play action, Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
2nd and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
Everyone, 37 is the mic. Mike 37. Well, here we go. Everyone, 37 is the mic. Mike 37.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it in a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wentz on the bootleg. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Wentz on the drop-off to Taylor. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score 9-7.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear it. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now a play fake. Wentz hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
To throw is Wentz. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Got an open man. That's Campbell. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and had the guts to go for the pass instead. And as a result, they're set up 1st and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's in for 2. The fake works. And they take the lead.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got to tie a ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball stopped at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
That's Darius Leonard, the linebacker who got in and got him to the turf.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Under pressure, and they got to him again. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert.
Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 16-yard line. Here we go, here we go, here
we go. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the left side. Mitchell. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
And some room to work. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, Raheem Mostert, and we know the story from special teamer to postseason hero. All he needs is a little bit of of space, CD, and he can do the rest.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the fourth quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs. And that was an A-plus effort right there.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Javon Kinlaw. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz
out of his hands quickly to Pittman.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. Huntley to throw. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
36.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the 49ers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And here's Rodgers to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Colts take over a 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 21-15 game.
Niners 21, Colts 15.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert,
76 yards.
And the 49ers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Gold to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Rodgers on the return.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over a 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 24-yard line.
8 yards to go on second down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now Wentz on third down.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Wentz, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Down right around the 25.
It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. How about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really